Hello folks, it's time to take a look at the Piklopedia from Pikmin 2, so buckle in for a hefty helping of lore between Olimar and Louie's notes. Now, let's begin. Empress Bulblax, Grub Dog Family. Initial observations place doubt on the capability of the Grub Dog family to support a strong ant or bee-like social structure, but recent studies show the family is capable of such complexity. The egg sac on the largest female grub dog within a given range swells to dramatic proportions in response to environmental changes, such as the sudden depletion of prey species. These females temporarily take on the role of pack matriarch. Also, in pack formation, it has been observed that nearly all males not involved in species reproduction undergo natural sex changes. The characteristics of such specimens are quite intriguing indeed. For a sophisticated delicacy, make a pâté de foie gras from this massively obese creature's liver and spread it over a sesame cracker. Burrowing snagrid. Snavian family. The majority of snagrid species lie in wait to ambush and capture prey, with a body type perfectly adapted to such sudden strikes. It violently attacks small surface-dwelling insects. Distributed across a relatively wide range, subspecies of snagrid suited to the varying soil conditions have emerged, making the snagrid the most geographically represented species besides the bulborb. Visually resembling the burrowing snagrid is the burrowing snarrow, the range of which partially overlaps with the snagrid's range. While the two may appear similar, when pulled from the ground they can be distinguished by the presence or absence of tail and wing markings. Slice the serpentine torso into thin medallions, skewer on a metal rod with hogatate onions, and barbecue over an open flame. Beady longlegs, Arachnorb family. Although this creature is commonly associated with spiders, it is actually the result of a separate evolutionary line of insectoid creatures. Since the spherical body section supported by the creature's legs carries most of its internal organs, there appear to be no other features that would correspond to a head or abdomen. Poisonous. Consumption results in prolonged writhing and uncontrollable mirth. Emperor Bulblax, Grub Dog Family. The largest member of the Grub Dog family is normally found buried in the ground, with only the stalks of its eyes exposed. This camouflage allows the predator to surprise smaller creatures and use its long, adhesive tongue to capture prey. The thick hide and angular hump give the organism a distinct rock-like quality. During the rainy season, moss grows freely on its hump, making it nearly impossible to distinguish this lethal predator from a stone. To prep the tongue for cooking, marinate in olive oil and chop into cubes. Stir in a pot with carrots, potatoes, and chives. Cover, and simmer over low heat for several hours. Accompany this mouth-watering rustic stew with a hearty roll. Giant breadbug. Breadbug family. This gargantuan species of the greater breadbug family has a torso so perfectly square that it almost seems like it was formed in a mold. For a brief period after birth, the giant breadbug competes for food with smaller breadbugs, but upon reaching maturity, it seeks out much larger prey. This is the primary reason that two species with similar feeding habits can coexist in the same habitat. Hordes of Pikmin appear to pose the only plausible threat to this massive creature's life. Although cooking this colossal beast yields a mountain of meat, every ounce of it is flavorless, only suitable for intergalactic all-you-can-eat buffets. Pileated snagrid. Snavian family. This variety of snagrid has the ability to both burrow underground and walk above it. Its earthy red coloration and distinct yellow ear and eye markings make it immediately recognizable. Despite featuring a chimera-like merging of serpent and avian features, the pileated snagrid has poor eyesight for a bird, perhaps due to extended periods spent underground. To compensate for this, its nose features a thermal sensing organ common to many snakes, making it a dangerously effective hunter. You haven't lived until you tasted a mint-braised snagrid shank, or if you're feeling especially saucy, stuff a bird with a can of your favorite savory nectar, throw it on the barbecue, and let the juices mingle to make a mean beverage canister snagrid. Man-at legs. Arachnorb family. This species of the Arachnorb family fuses with machinery at a crucial point in the maturation process, giving it the ability to fire energy bursts from the launcher beneath its orbital torso. However, the man-at legs itself is not in control of this weapon. Instead, the mechanical portion of its structure appear to automatically acquire and attack targets. The man-at legs has a gentle disposition, and as a member of the Arachnorb species, it has no natural enemies. It is particularly difficult to understand why this species would develop such awesome offensive capabilities, leading to rumors among the scientific community that it was the machinery that approached the Arachnorb and proposed the symbiotic relationship. Although the meat is a bit on the metallic side, the oil makes for a mouth-watering gravy or lubricated vinaigrette. Ranging Ploister, mollusking family. This species of mollusk has shed its shell through the process of evolution. What appears as a flower-shaped protrusion on its back actually functions as its gills. The ranging ploister ensnares small animals with its sticky tentacles, reels them in, and consumes them. Observers have noted that this creature exhibits a keen interest in flashing objects. It often tries to capture and ingest these objects. Researchers and explorers equipped with flashing identification beacons should be wary when in close proximity to this dangerous predator. The gills are best prepared deep-fried in a herb and breadcrumb batter, also tasty poached and drenched with fine soy sauce. Water wraith, unknown family. All that is known about this creature stems from a few sightings deep underground. All reported sightings feature the same core set of details: a giant viscous form with a clear, hazy sheen not unlike hard candy. One theory holds that it may be the ectoplasmic incarnation of a kind of psychic phenomenon, but as is usually the case with such theories, it is very difficult to prove. All witnesses report being suddenly overcome with fear upon sighting the creature, approaching a state of panic and near insanity. In fact, every report contains an inordinate amount of extremely vague details, which has led to suspicions that exhaustion and fear have caused some simple natural phenomenon to be viewed as a living creature. Inedible, known to cause mass hysteria, followed by leg spasms and internal thunderings. Segmented cropster, creep crab family. This gigantic beast is wrapped in a hard shell. In an atypical evolution, the right front leg of this creature is hypotrophic, taking on the function of an arm rather than a leg. Its asymmetric physical development is unique in the natural world. One unlucky explorer's incorrect conclusion that this creature adheres to a pattern of peaceful, quiet behavior led to an unfortunate incident. In fact, this beast exhibits intensely hostile, aggressive tendencies, aiming at prey and ramming them at full speed. Dessert meats are all the rage on Okatate. When the planet's finest chefs hear about the kind of sorbets, pies, and parfaits you can make with the claw meat on this sweet beast, they'll clamor for every morsel we bring home. Raging long legs, Arachnorb family. Arachnorbs boast a wondrous biological composition, with a silicon-based exoskeleton and innards coated with malleable heavy metals. However, much about these creatures remains a mystery, as specimens regularly explode when they are dissected. These explosions produce scorching flames that completely melt all internal organs, leaving us with a disappointing lack of information on the inner workings of the species. We must await the development of new dissection processes and more specialized research before we can better understand this enigmatic creature. However, the following observation notes have been recorded. It appears to be leveling terrain for some unknown purpose. Location of eyes and ears not readily apparent. Freezing a specimen may yield new research opportunities. Neither boiling nor baking can diminish this creature's overpowering musky scent, only suitable for serving to unpleasant in-laws. Titan Dweevil, Dweevil family. The largest member of the Dweevil family, this fearsome predator carries protective components that frequently exhibit offensive capabilities, an evolution that may be attributed to mere chance. Another evolutionary theory is that the chemical contents of the containers carried by Titan Dweevils contribute to possible gene splicing. While other Dweevils do not seem to choose the objects they carry, the Titan Dweevil appears to prefer shiny objects above all others. Eaten raw, this predator's luxurious legs are bold and full-flavored. What a satisfying crunch.